Look deep into nature, and then you will understand everything better. Albert Einstein. There once lived an old man named Thomas in a peaceful village, surrounded by dense forests and rolling hills. Admiring the beauty of nature while walking through the woods was Thomas's favorite pastime. He was a kind and wise man. The children of the village would sit around him, wide-eyed and ready to listen, as he often gave his knowledge and stories. One sunny afternoon, as the golden light filtered through the leaves, Thomas gathered the children in a circle under a grand old oak tree. Today, he began with a twinkle in his eye. I'm going to tell you a story about the lessons we can learn from nature, especially from the trees. The kids moved closer, curious to hear his story. A long, long time ago, said Thomas, a variety of trees lived in a forest not too far from here. There were brilliant maples, delicate willows, powerful oaks, and huge, majestic pines. Every tree has a unique tale to tell and a lesson to teach. A young pine sapling said deeply one day, feeling worried about its lanky and thin appearance. It whispered, "I wish I could be as strong and sturdy as the oak." The old, wise oak laughed silently at this. It answered, "Oh, young one, strength isn't always derived from being thick and sturdy. Observe me, despite the hundreds of years I've stood here. My power comes from my deep roots. They keep me grounded in the storm." Similar to this, in difficult times we remain consistent because of our inner strength and foundation. The pine sapling gave a quiet nod. "So, you're saying that what matters is what's underneath the surface?" "That's right," the oak answered. "And never forget that even the tallest tree was once just a tiny seed."
Thomas pointed to a willow tree that was nearby and began to swinging softly. Observe that willow. The wind causes its branches to move and bow. We learn the value of adaptation from the willow. Life will occasionally push us in different directions. To adjust to the changes in our environment, we must learn to bend without breaking, instead of resisting and breaking. A young girl raised a curiosity-driven hand. "But what happens if there is too much wind? Then, won't the willow break?" Thomas smiled. "Yeah, that's a valid question. The willow can withstand even the greatest winds. Because of its softness, it may drop a few leaves, but it will grow back to be a tall tree. Like us, we may encounter difficulties that disturb us, but if we maintain our adaptability and endurance, we will succeed in overcoming them." The kids nodded, realizing that Thomas had said something wise. Afterwards, he gestured towards a maple tree, displaying vivid red leaves. We may learn about the beauty of change from the maple tree. It loses its old leaves each year to make room for new ones. Although change can be frightening, it's also lovely and essential for development. Accept change, and you'll gain fresh, colorful perspectives on the world. The kids enjoyed the message the maple's vibrant leaves represented as they looked at it. "And the apple tree is there, with sparkling eyes," Thomas went on. "Every year, the apple tree produces mouth-watering apples for us. It teaches kindness lessons to us. It guarantees that new trees will grow and maintain the circle of life by sharing its fruits. Similar to this, we contribute to the growth and well-being of our community when we lend people our wisdom, compassion, and resources. So, if I share my toys, I'm helping everyone be happy," asked a small youngster. Thomas laughed. "Indeed, not only does sharing benefit others, but it also makes you happy, giving more results and receiving more in ways you may not even anticipate." Thomas brought the kids in closer as the sun started to drop and the forest filled with a warm warmth. You see, my sweet kids, the best teacher we have is nature. The seasons, the wind, and the trees can all impart wisdom to us. When we take the time to listen and observe, we can learn many valuable lessons, including those about strength, adaptability, accepting change, and giving. And never forget that each of us is distinct, just like the trees. Everybody has their own strengths, struggles, and rate of growth. Accept who you are and take in the knowledge that surrounds you. The wisdom of nature is a gift that we must open. The kids applauded, their expressions full with awareness and amazement. They agreed to always be aware of the lessons nature has to teach and thanked Thomas for sharing his experience. Thomas smiled as they strolled back toward the village, gazing up at the ancient oak tree. "I appreciate it, dear friend," he said, "for sharing your wisdom with me and teaching me." As a result, the lessons learned from nature were passed down from generation to generation in that small town, serving as a constant reminder of the deep yet basic teachings that nature and trees have to offer.
A lovely reminder of the everlasting truths nature has to provide is found in the tale of Thomas and the little village. Trees teach us about resilience, adaptability, and the value of giving because of their strength, flexibility, and generosity. In nature, we can find tremendous wisdom and inspiration for navigating our own lives when we observe and respect it. The trees serve as a reminder to establish solid roots, welcome change, and take care of our relationships. By doing this, we can grow to reach our full potential and weather the storms of life, just like the trees. Therefore, the next time you stroll through a forest or sit beneath a tree, stop, pay attention, and absorb what you can about the natural environment. Its wisdom may surprise you, and in those peaceful times, you may discover the answers you've been looking for all along.